LinkedIn, whatever information you think is relevant, please put it there. Thank you, Michelle Raymond, for joining us. Wonderful. See, we're growing bigger, you see. Thank you for showing up. I've been seeing the wonderful work you're doing online. So well done and welcome to our clan. Welcome to our community. So please put your details in the chat. The next item is where we share strategies, ideas for business growth. So the next thing on the agenda is a short presentation. It's more, is anyone saying something? Clive, is that you? Okay. So we're gonna do this presentation. This section is about business growth, personal development and business growth. Today, we're going to be sharing on the topic Unlock High Performance Habits for Business Growth. Unlock High Performance Habits for Business Growth. I used to be a teacher, but I'm not going to teach today. I want us to interact. Yeah, I want us to interact. I want us to contribute ideas. I want us to share experience. Share your experience and don't be shy. So if I've been talking about participation, this is where it is most needed because we want to make this as valuable as possible for everyone. So I'm gonna share my screen in a minute. So if you can see my screen, please unmute and say yes. Can you see my screen? Okay.
Yes.
Thank you,
Yes.
Clive. All right.
Yes.
Okay. So I already told you the topic is unlock high performance habits for business growth. The key words there is high performance habits, business growth. Yeah. More importantly, habits is the key word we're gonna be looking at today. And this, I really want you to participate because I'm gonna be asking some questions. So let's talk about discipline. Let's talk about discipline. So on a scale of 1 to 10, so you can use the chart for this one. On a scale of 1 to 10, rate your average level of discipline in achieving daily productivity. So for me, discipline is giving yourself a command and actually executing it. So on a scale of 1 to 10, I don't want 7 because 7 is a cop-out. So it's either you're 6 or you're 8. So I don't want 7 or any other number that is relevant to you. So I'm going to be checking. Some people already put 7. Clive, 7.5. Okay. All right. Okay. I will upgrade that to 8. All right. Okay. Shagun 7. Shagun, I need another number. Bernard, 8. Oh, that's good. Michelle, 10. Brilliant. Okay. Oh. So if you haven't put your number there, I'm gonna be calling you. So you better get on with it as quickly as possible. So I'm gonna pick 2 people to tell us more about discipline. People with the highest and people with the lowest. Let me pick on Michelle. Michelle, you put 10. Okay, so uh, tell us how so that we can learn from you.
Hi everyone. Yes, I so a bit of context as to why I put a 10. So I'm a leadership executive coach and trainer. There's 2 parts to my business. One part we deliver leadership services to the oil and gas industry and to the financial services. And the other side of the business helps entrepreneurs source and secure corporate contracts. So we are very busy and I have a team of people and we every day I would say that I'm productive, but I prepare from the day before, the night before. I could never do it on the same day because it takes so long to get into a flow. I prepare everything from the night before. So, and when I mean prepare, I list what I need to be doing this week, list what needs to be done with the team, and I even prepare the space. So my desk area can't be messy. I need to know that I can access my files. So all of these kind of things helps with the productivity level, and we focus on um, income generating activities first and then everything else can come afterwards because the problem is when you focus on too many things that need to be done at the same time, you keep context switching and you can't get anything done. And context switching, it lessens your productivity by 30%. So I just keep to one thing, get that done, and then move on to the next. So that's how why I put a 10 because every day I'm productive. That's it.
Okay. Thank you very much, Mitchell. That you have a lot of energy. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah, I've got a lot of energy. That helps.
Yeah. So we're gonna be talking about that. So who has less than Elvis? You put five. Okay. So it's your turn to speak. So why five? Elvis, are you there? Okay. Elvis is not responding. Let me pick someone else.
Think it's
Can
me
you
that.
hear me?
Oh, okay. Hi, Elvis,
Yeah.
we can hear you now.
Oh, yes. I do have a busy schedule. I I recently started this Traders Connect, and I do have a day job. It's been very, very difficult to run a business and at the same time work. Um, I do the reason I put five because it's not that I don't actually achieve what I set my eyes on. It's just that, sometimes too overwhelmed with business and job that you find it very difficult to achieve the set goal. Yeah, that is the reason I put five.
Thank you.
It
Thank you for
it will be improved actually.
thank you, Elvis.
Okay.
There's no right or wrong answer. As we go forward, you see why that is the case. And I think Michelle already touched on it. Plan tomorrow, today, and also be mindful of task switching. Takes a lot of energy. So get to the next level. Okay. So the myth about discipline is that discipline is achieved through willpower. Um, is that true? Is that true or not? Discipline is achieved through willpower. Anyone?
That's absolutely true.
Okay, true. Okay. So, I agree with you, Joseph, but willpower is like a phone battery. Yeah, it drains. That's why if you don't do the important things in the morning, by the afternoon you're completely, drained. And that's when you jump on social media, that's when you make, you know, calls that are not productive and all of that. So when your willpower depletes, your energy level drops. Yeah. And Warren Buffett said, without passion, you have no energy. Without energy, you have nothing. Yeah, you may have the most beautiful, productive, credible plan. If you don't have the energy to implement it, you'll be going around in circle. So how do we uh, go around this challenge of willpower being limited? is the power of habits. Is the power of habits. What Michelle just said there is a question of habit. Yeah, you plan tomorrow today. It's a habit. Because if she doesn't, then tomorrow is not going to be productive. Does that make sense? So,
Yes.
what we want to do here today, what I want to share is how can we pick the important things in our business that is repeatable and create the habits that will help us do them without thinking, without willpower, without expending energy. Yeah? Does that make sense? Okay. So what's the difference between the two? So we
Yeah.
have on
Can
the
I come in?
left, we have habits on the right. I think someone is speaking.
Yes. It's Elvis.
Sorry?
Elvis.
Go on.
Yeah. There's a book called Attitude is Everything by Jeff Keeler.
Hmm.
Yeah. It basically talk about think, speak, and act. That is what it's all about. When you have a mindset that you're going to achieve in any endeavor, and you set your heart on it, and then speak to the right people, and then act, you will definitely succeed.
Okay,
So
Elvis, I'll
yeah,
come back to you.
okay,
There will be opportunity to ask questions and make contributions when we finish.
okay,
I want us to be a little bit more focused so that people can get the most of the presentation. So we
okay.
have willpower on the left and
Mm,
we have habits on the right.
mm.
So willpower requires effort. Habits runs automatically. So is that understandable by everyone? What does that mean? That willpower requires effort. And what's an example of that?
Can I say something?
Yeah, Charles.
Okay, thank you. Basically, what I think it relates to, it's about the mental models you form in your brain. So if you do things repetitively, running automatically, it forms in your subconscious. So your brain, everything knows to do that without any additional push.
Mm.
But if it's something you don't do as a habit, you need to train your brain to be able to do those activities at every point in time you want to do it. So the habits, the actions kind of trains your brain to just give you that kind of mental model that your brain just knows by default that this is what I do.
That's fantastic. Because making decision, where do you need energy? Making decision, avoiding temptation, those they consume a lot of energy. Yeah, making decision consumes a lot. That's why it's better to plan tomorrow today, because by tomorrow, if you start planning by tomorrow, it takes a lot of energy. So if you just launch into tomorrow executing, you're much better off. Limited supply and stable supply. What does that mean? Limited supply of willpower and stable supply of energy.
Yeah, it's already been said earlier that willpower depletes.
Yeah,
So if it depletes, that means the supply is limited.
yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, thank you, Joseph. That's why you see the likes of Simon Cowell, Mark Zuckerberg, they wear the same shirt every day. They don't want to expend energy choosing what to wear, because even choosing what to wear is decision making. Yeah. So that tells you how important that is. So willpower, you have to make decisions. I said that already. But when you have routine for repetitive tasks, then you just go ahead. Your brain, you don't need to think about it. You don't need a lot of energy. Okay? So, why habits matter more than hustle? James Clear said, you don't rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your system. What I want us to create today is to find the habits that will move the needle for our business and automate it. And I'm going to give you the process for doing that. Habits are the quiet architects of success. Habits, they shape culture, consistency, and cash flow. Cash flow, more importantly, because business will not survive. Your business may be profitable, uh, but if you run out of cash, your business may die as a result of that. So, Michelle also talk about that prioritize cash generating activities over others, so that you don't run out of cash. So small business owners often chase outcomes before engineering behavior. So what we want to do here today is to engineer new behaviors. Okay? So how do we define high performance habit? How do we define high performance habit? Number one, it has to be predictable. Yeah, it has to be predictable. So I make calls every Tuesday. That's predictable. Your brain wouldn't need energy to do that. Yeah. Or I have meeting with clients on Wednesdays, depending on the kind of business you do. Or I do my thinking and planning on Sunday evenings. That's predictable. And it has to be intentional. So waking up and checking your WhatsApp is also predictable, but not intentional. Yeah. So you have to combine predictability with your intention. So it has to be rooted in strategic purpose. So what that means is what you're doing repeatedly, what is predictable, is linked to what will give you results. And it has to be scalable. That means it supports both your personal and business growth. Okay. So this is example where we have the purpose, we have the zone, we have the purpose, we have the example habit. I think you can generate this on your own, but if you want to have this example, you can take screenshot of it because I'm running out of time. Shagun, can you give me 5 more minutes before you kick me out? So I want us to install a high performance habit today. I want us to install high performance habit. How do we do that? J.B. Fogg is a Stanford professor. I heard this structure from him a while ago. He said, if you want to create new habits, what you've already been doing over and over again will fight you tooth and nail. So that's why it's hard for people to form new habits. But how do you overcome that is to have a trigger. And the example JB Fogg gave was he wanted to do 120 push-ups a day. And every time he goes to the toilet, he will move around the corner and do 10 push-ups. So, and because he drinks a lot of water, so he goes to the toilet around 10 to 12 times a day. So by the end of the day, he's done his 120 push-ups. So that's a simple example, but can we relate that to our business? Find what we already do that will serve as a trigger, or if you don't have that, actually set alarm on your phone to remind you to do that. And you have to, this is where you need discipline here to actually start it. The moment you start it and you build that habit, it becomes part of you. Keep it simple. Make sure that no thinking is required, no analysis is required. Keep it simple, stupid. Track wins, so celebrate small wins when you've executed it for, like, even if you've done it for a day, pat yourself on the back. Professor J.B. Fox said after he's done the push-up, his reward is, he will say, yes. That's it. That's his reward. Yes, I've done it. That's patting himself on the back. So link this to your identity. This is critical. Yeah, because if you see yourself as someone, if I am the kind of leader who helps my team to do better, I am likely to see myself in that light. If I am the kind of leader in my mind
For African, Black
who
Africans.
doesn't care about my team, I'm going to act accordingly. So it's a question of who are you being as a leader, as a business owner. Okay, any question on this slide? Okay. So these are the blocks for starting a new habit. I am too busy. I forget. I don't see results fast enough. So each of those excuses, you have the solution to them. If you're too busy, automate the task or delegate it or eliminate it sometimes. Some of the things we do brings us no value at all. Set digital nudges. We already said that. Set alarm on your phone. I don't see result fast enough. Don't focus on the result. Focus on the process. So challenge for the group. Challenge. I want you to put in the chat, what's one habit you love to build over the next 30 days that will move the needle for your business? What's one habit you love to build over the next 30 days? Please put it in the chat. And when you go to breakout rooms, please talk a little bit about this, apart from introducing your business and talking generally. Discuss this and compare notes with what other people are struggling with. You'll find out that it is quite similar. So I already gave you the loop of turning this into a habit. Trigger, action, reward. So right on time, I just managed to finish. Any question? Any question from anyone? Okay. I've seen weekly planning, prioritizing, procrastination. If you put procrastination there, I have a book on that, and that book is free. Please ask me after this session. You can send me a DM. Okay, so thank you very much. Any comments or questions? Let me stop sharing. Okay. All right. Okay. So we move to the next. Oh, wow, about a round of applause for me? Huh? Okay.